Out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Manning now to throw. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Elvis Dumerville not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
Throwing is Manning. And he can't bring it in. Incomplete. He dropped it on the crossing route. 4th down now.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. The ground game, no doubt, that was an issue for Baltimore this year, finishing 28th. Now, West, he was their leader, but only 774 yards.
Can you believe you just said that? The ground game was an issue for Baltimore.
Yeah. Then it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw, it's Manning. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Flacco from the shadow of the goalpost. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. This is West. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On the ground, it's West again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 here for Flacco. Setting up the screen for West. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Flacco here on 2nd down. Over the middle to Smith. And down inside the 15 he goes. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here. Passing play. Flacco. And it's incomplete.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense, because you got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, though, give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You could hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, here's Dixon. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Giants trail at home at halftime. The Ravens will want to come out after the half and really put the pressure on from the start. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Now to early in the second quarter. Under duress, and the pass is picked off. Dumerville's in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. Offense on the field now after the pick. Completion is made across the middle of the field. And this will go as a touchdown as they put the first points on the board.
Okay, Larry, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. On first down, Flacco. Caught, Dennis Pitta. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up. He hits West underneath. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Holding offense.
And that right there will set him back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
Deep drop. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Flacco, and hauled in by Pitta. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. They go pass again with Flacco. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Will take to the air again, and that's caught by Smith. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Looking for someone to throw to. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Flacco, and Watson has it right side. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Benjamin Watson from 13 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but he was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
We get a look now at the Giants' defense as they file into position. They've had a couple passing touchdowns against them in this game, and that last drive they really got picked apart.
They've got to figure out how to tighten things up because no matter what they've done, whatever adjustments they've made, offense has been a step ahead of them. So they've got to figure it out. Usually, a sack of the quarterback can help change the momentum.
Maybe bring some pressure.
I think maybe a little bit of pressure would help them greatly.
Give them 16 on the pickup, and it'll give the Ravens a 1st down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll run it with West. And he is going to lose yardage here. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Setting up the screen for West. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's West. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
.39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the longtime Charger, Eric Weddle. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And a pick by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. This guy can play some defense. He knows how to hawk the football.
He does that by his preparation. Watches a lot of film, keeps a book on all receivers, and puts himself in the proper place on every snap.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? And his throw is going to be incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on 1st down.
That give them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot and being able to make a play on 1st down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Ten yards to go on third. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the lead now increases to 20-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And they're going to speed things up here. On first down, Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on first down is Manning. It's caught by OBJ. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So the D-line's going to spread out. Manning now on first down. Over the middle to Beckham. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down now after the pass completion. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On second down, Perkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. On first and 10, here's Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. And now they're in the hurry-up. Manning going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Roger Lewis from 4 yards out. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. New York set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's hauled in by Shepard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham, an 11-yard touchdown. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now West. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. Backing up. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get him to 4th down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Eli Manning getting ready to go again on offense. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. There he goes left side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Flacco looking to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Manning. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and that brings up fourth down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. And no, it's incomplete. The Giants go on fourth, but come up empty. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for a strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll run again here with West. Fighting his way down to about the 30. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Flacco. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And hauled in by Pitta. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down.
You know, I always talk about when teams line up for long field goals that you should be in a safe defense.
Right.
But you're also in a position here where this is a makeable kick. So rushing it is also...
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Flacco. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Whoa, Flacco's going to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
No, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, here's Manning. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22. Manning now on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Cruz has it over the middle. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Beckham, the lone receiver right. Again, they'll throw with Manning. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Lardarius Webb. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump. thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room, and then you...
Put away your inhibitions. Let the beast in you just get loose. We all young, wild, and different. We can all get from a little. I know you're terrified by what the future lies, but there's no compromising. It's my way or the highway. We all just slave the lust, hard building, breaking trust. Don't get wild when we come out. Like don't get loud when the come out. That's instant. Keep up with your friends thing. Tell they bougie, go wait in line with them lame. Talking real rap, tell them break your neck, go and bust a rhyme. Going down, pass it around, hey. Roll with me now, we running wild, hey. And nobody can, we on the town, hey. Never come down, I never come down. Lose it. I'm Mike, lose it. Lose it. I might lose it. Everybody got guilty pleasures. Mine just tend to catch me cases. Handcuffs, police inspections, lawyers, judges, allegations. Turn on your favorites.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Both defenses will have to be on the watch for a pair of tight ends.
Larry, we are coming to you from the heart of Baltimore, nestled between Russell Street and I-395. We're at M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the New York Giants and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Giants. There's Eli Manning along with Larry Fitzgerald, of course. He was named the co-winner of the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award. A big honor, not only in the eyes of the NFL, but in the eyes of the NFL community.
It's one of those honors that's above the other ones because you're giving of yourself to others. And that's what Eli's been doing for a long time. Not just in the quarterbacking, because he's been an excellent player for the Giants, but, of course, himself, his community, his family, you name it. He shared that honor with Larry Fitzgerald in 2016, and expect more of that to come from Eli Manning, as well as some pretty good football, too.
And it'll be his 14th season in 2017. They run again with Jennings. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
You remember Timmy Jernigan at Florida State. His stoutness that was so impressive there, it still comes into play in the NFL, doesn't it?
If you call stout 300 pounds, and I do, then yes.
Used it well on that play and made a nice tackle for a loss.
He's going to loft one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding. Defense.
Well, they have the yards anyway, so they're going to decline the penalty. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Moore now on the return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes Baltimore's offense. The Ravens finishing the year, Charles, at 8-8. Flacco under center. Finished the year with over 4,300 passes. Yards. He actually topped Vinny Testaverde for the Ravens single-season franchise record.
For so many people who wondered, can Joe Flacco actually carry a team? Well, I think it's been answered. He can actually do that, but do they want him to do it? Because the way the Ravens play, their style predicated on having a really strong running game. They didn't quite get there this year. They had a couple of guys who ran okay, but they needed better performances there to take some of the pressure off of him so then he could bomb it deep to people.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. And they'll go on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. Here's Flacco. Setting up the screen for West. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. They do snap it. Flacco now. He's got time. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Here's Perkins on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Manning now on 1st down. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the 1st quarter. 2
receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down. Because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. And we're going to get a peek at some of the hits that have helped them get this first-half lead.
And you know how the best hits happen? By being really good on that side of the ball in terms of fundamentals. Being in the right spot, diagnosing plays well, and being there.
They start on the ground with West. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Third down, Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Now they go screen, it's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Throwing here on first down, Flacco. Oh, it's a screen pass, that's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Flacco off play action. Deep drop. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And the Ravens defense, they get ready, and they trot back out onto the field. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great...
And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. 1 play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. Moore now on the return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Giants defense now ready as they trot back out onto the field. Now the interception for them the last time, and that turned into 6 points.
You think during their break they reminded the offense that, hey, we helped you guys out a little bit, right? You know, they want to see if they can do it again for them. They're putting together an entire team game by how they're playing on defense.
So the interception the last drive, what will happen here? A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught at the 25. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster. And we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out of it, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
No gain, and it's 2nd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Timmy Jernigan, play him over the nose, play him a defensive tackle, bounce him out to defensive end. Wherever you want to put him, Timmy Jernigan can play.
give it to Perkins. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. It's the Giants with the early lead. We're back to Baltimore after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by...
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taking what the defense will give him.
They run with Perkins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Now Manning. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On the run, it's Perkins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Now Campanaro. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long.
Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose. And the Giants, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And that stretches the lead to 27. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They begin here with a run by West. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Flacco to pass. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Flacco. Allen here on the screen. He loses 5 full yards to bring up fourth. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a feeling those highlights will be pretty one-sided, too.
I think you're right, partner. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Second down, Flacco now. Caught, Dennis Pitta. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They go play action here on first down. Backing up. And hauled in by Pitta. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
This play is under review. After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
On first down, Flacco. And he's got his man on the out route. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets them up now first and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. First and goal, defense with their backs against the wall. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Move 45! Move 45!
On second down, Flacco to throw. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to win.
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Terrence West from 4 yards out. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Yeah, you heard it, right?
Exhale.
You heard the exhale.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get too closer here on the fake extra point. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes. That's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Fresh set of downs here. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing on first down is Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports. Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Moore now on the return. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And
for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. To throw is Manning. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. It's caught. Shepard. And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Setting up the screen for West. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And quickly, they get to the line. Play action. Flacco. Deep drop. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Jason Pierre-Paul coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And look at this, another fake. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a pickup of 17 there.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set. How about the defense not hanging their heads from the previous play where they were beat for a big run, came back on the very next down and made a play defensively that was to their credit.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Manning to throw. A screen here to Vereen. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants defense getting ready to go here. And not too long ago, the last drive, they had the 4th down stop. Set the offense up in great field position. They'll be looking to do that once more.
And as a general rule, no matter how you end up stopping someone on 4th down, kind of starts up front with the big guys, doesn't it? Getting the leverage, being able to hold that point of attack, and maybe even take the line of scrimmage and move it backwards and make a big play.
What do you say, low man wins?
Every single time.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They look to throw on 1st and 10 under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kelvin Shepard in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Flacco here on 2nd down. He's got time in the pocket. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Steve Smith that time. 3rd down here.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot.
And he's got his man. Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Moore now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
2nd down now after the incompletion.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. What's like that?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. Manning to throw on 2nd down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the 1st down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the 1st down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the 1st down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
2nd and 10. Flacco once more. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start.
Oh, and a bad throw there. Look at the big man rumble. Picked off by Terrell Suggs. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Every now and then, those guys can get lost in coverage. Quarterback didn't see him, perhaps. But, boy, what a pick. And how about the run back?
And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Oh, the Ravens say they have it. They do have it.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Manning going to give to Perkins on the draw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense.
And a loose football. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On second down, here's Manning. This will be caught at about the 5. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. Charles, on the slant, you always need good ball placement. They got it there.
Brandon, the quarterback, put it in the exact perfect spot, right to the upfield shoulder of the receiver, and he used his body to keep the defender away.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Manning going to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Victor Cruz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. So, Charles, there are the numbers. What's happened here? Defensive adjustments that's caused him to sort of fall off a bit?
I think so. That has to happen. You've got to make some changes because in the first half, they were pretty effective. But the second part is sometimes when you're doing really well, you get off your game a little bit. You get off the gas a little. You're like, okay, we've got this thing. And that's not necessarily the case. Maybe right now, someone just needs to tell a joke in the huddle, loosen things up, and get their big guy going again. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play, that's going to hurt.
Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On first down, Flacco. And hauled in by Pitta. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards on the pickup, and the Ravens are going to have a first down. Throwing here on first down, Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And again, it's Flacco to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. First and 10 here for Flacco. Over the middle to Smith. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a gain of 14 there. And it'll give the Ravens a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Passing play, Flacco firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Once more, it's Flacco. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Flacco. That's complete, right around the 8. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flacco will take to the air again. That's caught at the 3. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Kamar Aiken from 6 yards away. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Perkins. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Okay, let's do our version of name dropping here. Let's show off a little knowledge, right? The A gap, the gap between the center and the guard on either side, right? Both sides. Control that, you're going to control an inside running game.
And he had to feel satisfied because he hit that gap, broke the contact. He loves that.
That's the best part, right? That's what he's going to ask the coach to run back on film
Let me
review.
see that one more time.
Show that again, coach. Look how my legs kept churning. I just kept moving, and he did to the tune of a big game.
Perkins on the give from Manning. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out here in the eye. Manning gonna throw here. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Will tie an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now here come the Ravens. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Flacco to throw again on second down. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Olivier Vernon in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams,